Ejae on K-pop demon hunters and her journey to success. Wired's senior culture editor Manisha Krishnan sits down with singer-songwriter Ejae, an industry vet who's rocketed to a new tier of success on the back of her performance as Rumi and songwriting for Netflix's runaway cultural sensation, K-pop demon hunters. Director Lysandra Perez-Rey. Director of photography Chrissy Stosh. Editor Michael Park. Talent Ejae. Host Manisha Krishnan. Line producer Jamie Rasmussen. Associate producer Brandon White. Production manager Peter Granette. Production coordinator Ryan Lark. Camera operator Jeremy Harris. Gaffer Salif Sumahoro. Sound mixer Z. Jadwick. Production assistant Caleb Clark. Post-production supervisor Christian Alguin. Post-production coordinator Stella Shurtino. Supervising editor Eduardo Arujo. Assistant editor Billy Ward.
Gonna be golden. Ejae sings in Korean. I think there's a formula for a K-pop hit. Hooky is definitely important. The melody came quite instantly. We just looked at ourselves and Ejae, is this a hit? We're just wow, I think this is a smash. Wired sat down with Ejae. She is the singing voice behind Rumi in Netflix's wildly successful K-pop Demon Hunters. She co-wrote several songs on the soundtrack, including Golden. We talked about what it's like inside the K-pop machine and if there's a formula to writing a hit song. This is the big interview. Camera clicking, casual music. So the movie came out in June. It's become Netflix's most watched project. There's Oscar buzz. What's it like knowing that every kid in America knows the words to your song?
Oh my God, it's like a dream come true as a songwriter. And the fact that kids are so plugged. So the fact that they love it, it's I feel real proud of myself, you know?
You got the kid stamp of approval.
I got them. And it's hard to get kids' stamp of approval. So I feel like a cool person.
Can you tell me a little bit of the story of Golden and did you know it was going to be a hit right off the bat?
I mean, in our little circle, yes, it was a hit. Sometimes, I do hear from other songwriters, when a hit happens, it happens quite fast. The lyric and the writing was a whole process, but the melody came quite instantly because I had this session with Mark, my co-writer, and I was like, Mark, I'm so excited. I was like, oh my God, this melody. And he heard it and he was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So when we finished the whole song and the lyrics, we just looked at ourselves and we're just wow, Ejae, is this a hit? We're just wow, I think this is a smash. So yeah, amongst us, we thought it was a hit. Is there a formula to making a K-pop hit or is it just different every time?
I think for K-pop hit, hooky is definitely important. A concept that everyone can relate to, and it's kind of easy to sing. I think with K-pop hits, though, melody is also very important, but you need different elements. You have to keep exciting the audience, whether there's a chord change or there's a melodic change or rhythms change or something. The second verse is a rap, because, again, K-pop idols are usually in groups. So you need different members singing different parts, showing off their role in the group. That's one thing. And also, K-pop, very important is choreography. There are a lot of songs in K-pop where the song got huge because of the choreography. So I think that comes hand in hand in K-pop. There is a general formula of if you start on one, on the verse, start on the upbeat on the pre, and then the chorus come in before or something. It should come in differently. And also melodically, if you start here in the pre-chorus, go higher, and then the chorus come back to the verse or go higher. There's a formula to that. So I think with Golden too, it kind of followed that formula. Golden was actually quite interesting of being a hit because right now, a lot of the pop hits are quite in the same range. It's more lyrical puns and funny concepts, but the melodies are quite easy to listen to.
whereas Golden is very melodic, right? But I do still think in pop and global hits in general, melody is king. 100%. Nirvana is a huge example of that. Teen Spirit, he's saying gibberish.
That's definitely something I didn't expect you to say.
No, but seriously, it's like mosquito. It's like literally. But the melody is so good. And when your melody is amazing, and for me, I look up to Max Martin so much. He has like incredible melodies. It just like, oh, I have so much respect for Taylor Swift and Max Martin. That synergy is just amazing. So I think universally, when the concept is really good and it's easy to say, and also when there's a good melody and a great message, you have a hit, I think.
There's been sort of a lot of talk right now about AI's infiltration into songwriting and just artistry in general. Do you have any thoughts on that? Like, did you use it at all for the movie?
No. One thing I find so interesting, so fascinating is like people are like, oh, like it's an animated character and it's a girl group and they're singing. It's AI. Like, why is this AI girl group becoming #1 and stuff like that, right? It's hurtful because we work so hard. Like, I'm a singer. I'm not an AI. As a songwriter, like you've kind of been more behind the scenes. What is your relationship with fame right now? Like, do you consider yourself famous?
No.
Can be petty. I am. No. I don't know. Like I said, like, I get it. Back then, I was not, like, at the level that I am now. Like, I couldn't sing those high notes back then. So I get where they were coming from. So I do feel satisfied in the fact that, like, I didn't give up and I just kept going. I think the biggest regret I had when I got dropped was I felt like I let down 11-year-old Ejae who really wanted to become a singer. So in that respect, I feel I'm just like, I hope I made her proud is like the biggest thing I feel. With Rumi's character sort of like feeling like she has to mask her patterns. Like, I don't know. Did you relate to that? Big time. Absolutely. Very competitive industry. And looking perfect, sounding perfect, dancing perfect is essential. K-pop is not just about the music. It's about everything. Visuals, packaging, marketing, how you speak, are you smart, like how you dance and everything. So it did make me feel pressured to make sure to always hide away all my insecurities and my flaws. Oh, and that pressure was really, really hard. And I think I related to Rumi a lot in that. Has anything weird been happening in light of how big the movie has become? Just like on a fan level, or do you feel overwhelmed? On a fan level, yeah. The thing is, like, the fans have been so amazing. I think the fame part is a little tricky. I don't want to read comments because I have, and I was like hurt by it sometimes. But like, that's what I'm saying is like the fame part doesn't fit with my personality because I was very like honest with myself. Like, to be in this industry, you got to have thick skin. I don't think I do. So like, I was like really real with myself. What's the most toxic or intimidating element of the fandom? Well, you know, when I was writing Your Idol, it was inspired by that. I saw the dark side of it, and part of that was the intensity of the fandom. One of the times I had that experience when I was a K-pop trainee was like, at that time, there was a boy band called TVXQ. They were huge at that time. And I still remember there's like a third floor dance practice room and a first floor, and we had to walk up. And to walk up, it's like up, and then right here was this like glass door. It's just glass. The fans were all over that door and they would try to open it. And once they had like a little bit of like a crack open, and whenever the female trainees go up, they would throw trash and call us names, really bad names. And mind you, we're like 11, 12, maybe old like 14. And
I just remember that so clearly and feeling so scared. They threw trash at us. So that was like a really dark moment that I experienced. SM definitely protected us from this. Once that happened, they blocked everything out. But that was like an intense fan scene I've seen. What was that about? Like, why call you guys names and throw trash if they're, fans of the genre? It's like tricky when you're idolizing someone so much, it can get intense and it gets very dark fast and toxic. So I think the obsession it can make you very blind to your intense emotions. And a lot of the fans are like teenagers. And I feel like when you're a teenager, you're going through puberty, you feel lots of intense emotions. What is your relationship to ambition right now? What a cool question.